Okay, in this lesson, you're going to be working with y equals mx plus b, okay? And just a few reminders before you start, because we're going to be focusing the most on the data table. Okay, but just as a reminder, when you have y equals some number x plus some number, okay, it's linear. Okay, the number in front of the x, the slope, okay, what that really means is how fast stuff changes. Okay, how fast stuff changes. If it's increasing, if it's changing by increasing, it's a positive slope. If it's changing by decreasing, it's a negative slope. Okay, the number at the end, the b, is the y-intercept. It basically means how much stuff you start with. Okay, so we're going to be looking at those ideas. We're going to be looking at a data table, and when you have the information on a data table, it means the same thing. You know, slope is change, y-intercept is how much you start with. But you're going to find the slope on a data table by taking change in y values over the change in x values. And you would find the y-intercept, okay, the initial amount of stuff, you would find that across from x equals 0. Okay, you would find the slope and the y-intercept on a graph. Okay, you would find the change on a graph by taking rise over the run. And you'd find the y-intercept on a graph, the initial amount, by figuring out where the graph crosses the y-axis. Okay, we're going to be doing this like crazy after Christmas break, and I think the more you do it, the easier it'll get. Right now it may be a little hazy, but just do the very best you can. Okay, we're going to do a delta math lesson. And what they're going to do, they're going to give you a statement. They're going to want you to fill out a data table, and then they want you to figure out what the equation is. Okay, let's look at this problem. You'll get some similar to this. Okay, Nicole was given a box of chocolates for her birthday. Each night she treated herself to some chocolates. There were originally 24 chocolates in the box, and she ate 3 chocolates each night. Make a table and write an equation for C. Okay, they're using C instead of Y. Okay, in terms of T, okay, so they're using T instead of X, but that's no big deal. Representing the number of chocolates remaining in the box, T days after her birthday. Okay, let's first just think about, forget the math for a minute. Think about how many chocolates are in the box after 0 days past her birthday. Okay, when she first got the box of chocolates, okay, she had 24 chocolates. Then press enter after you put a value in this delta math lesson. Okay, after a day goes by, she's eaten 3, right? She's eaten 3 chocolates that day. So if you take 3 away from the 24 she started with, she has 21 chocolates now. Okay, after a second day goes by, she's eaten another 3 chocolates. So you need to take 3 away from the 21. Okay, she has 18 chocolates now. And then after a third day goes by, she's going to eat 3 more chocolates. She has 15 now. Okay, so there's 15 on day 3. 3 days after her birthday, I should say. Okay, now we want an equation. Think of this. Okay, the first thing you're going to write after you write your variable, okay, usually it's y, okay, this time it's going to be c, is you want the slope. Okay, 2 ways you could look at this. You could find the slope by just thinking about the sentence that they just gave us. I'm going to put on the screen that I can write on. Okay, you could think about the slope just by what they say in the sentence. Okay, think about in the sentence, how much is the chocolates changing? Okay, how much is her total chocolates changing over time? Okay, see that she's eating 3 a night? It's decreasing 3 chocolates a night. So just looking at that part of the statement, eating 3 chocolates every night, that's the slope. Because her chocolates are changing, they're decreasing 3 a night. But remember when we talked about change in y over change in x? Okay, the y values, we're decreasing 3 chocolates. We're increasing 1 day. So the slope looking at your data table would be change in y over change in x, would be decreasing 3 chocolates for every 1 increase of 1 day. Okay, it's decreasing 3 chocolates a day. Okay, that's the slope. So that's going to be the number in front of your variable. It's just not going to be in front of x. It's going to be in front of t instead. Okay, the second thing you want to look for is the Y-intercept. And the Y-intercept is the initial amount. Okay, how many chocolates did she start with? Okay, 24. 24 is the initial amount. And the initial amount could also be found by looking at the data table. It's the number across from 0, because that shows at 0 days, she's starting with 24 chocolates. So the Y-intercept would be at the end, it would be a positive 24. Okay, so when you're doing the lesson, you're just going to type that in. Okay, C equals, okay, the slope is decreasing 3 chocolates per day, -3, with a T in front, because it's T instead of X, and then plus the initial value of chocolates, the Y-intercept, 24. You just submit that, and it will give you the green check. I want to show you something real quick, if I have enough time in my 10 minutes. Look at the graph a minute. Look at the graph. If you think about slope and Y-intercept on a graph, the slope of a graph would be rise over run. Okay, well, rise over run, the rise would be down 3 chocolates. The run would be over 1 day. So the slope, the change, would be -3 chocolates a day. Okay, the Y-intercept is the initial amount. You can find that on a graph. It's just where the line crosses the Y-axis. Look right there. It's showing you that she's starting with 24 chocolates, because that's where it's crossing the Y-axis. Okay, anyway, I really think you're going to get really good at this. I just wanted to let you see that the slope and the Y-intercept, there's different ways to find it when you have a graph or a data table. Just do the very best you can on this deltamath, and let me know if you have questions. And again, we're going to do this in a lot more detail after Thanksgiving break.